Hey everyone, welcome to another YouTube video with exercisesforinjuries.com. My name is Kaya. Today we're going to be talking about 5 stretches you can do for piriformis syndrome, or even if you just have tight or painful piriformis muscles. So, your piriformis muscle on the top of your bum, running from the base of the spine all the way to the upper thigh. And the thing with the piriformis muscle is if it's really tight or it spasms, it can cause compression on the sciatic nerve, which runs down the whole back of your leg to your foot, which can cause sciatica, really uncomfortable, painful, or numbness even through the whole back of the leg. So we're going to go through 5 stretches that you can do to stretch out your piriformis muscle. So the first one is a supine piriformis stretch. So we're lying on our backs, one leg outstretched, and then I'm going to grab onto my knee and my ankle or heel from the lifted leg, keeping my knee at about a 90-degree bend and pulling both my knee and ankle towards me. We don't want any knee pain here. I'm flexing these toes back towards my knee to protect the knee joint. And taking deep breaths here for about 30 seconds. And then releasing that side. Other side, same thing. So pulling that leg in towards me, feeling that stretch to the top of my butt, almost like right below your back. That muscle. Kind of the side of the hip as well. Deep breaths for 30 seconds. Pulling that knee and ankle towards you. Releasing. So you can go through that stretch 2 or 3 times. Excuse me, 30 seconds on each side. And then we'll move on to our next one, which is a cross leg knee to chest. So I'm crossing my legs and then pulling that thigh towards me. So I'm just getting a little bit of a different stretch. Probably will feel it on the side of the leg that's on top of the cross. Again, about 30 seconds on each side. And then switch the cross and pull that thigh in again. So right now I'm feeling it on the side of my hip and on the top of my bum here. Hit 30 seconds. And again, you can go through that another couple times as well. Third stretch is a figure 4. So this is our classic hip stretch, crossing one ankle over top of the knee, flexing the toes back, press this leg away from you. If this is enough, just stay here. If you need to deepen the stretch, start to pull the thigh in. And I'm using this elbow to push my leg away from me. So I'm pushing my bent leg away while I pull the thigh in. Deep inhales, deep exhales. We're stretching through the entire hip here. About 30 seconds and then switching. Same thing, flex the toes, press the leg away. You can stay there or start to pull the thigh in as you use your elbow to push the opposite leg away from you. Good, and gently let that go. Our 4th stretch is going to be our hamstring stretch. So there are lots of ways to stretch your hamstrings. In this video, I'm going to use a strap. You can use a towel or a blanket, bringing that around the bottom of my foot, holding on with one hand. This knee can stay bent or lengthen out if you have the flexibility in the legs. And then we're taking deep breaths. I'm trying to bring those toes back towards me. I'm doing my best to relax the shoulder down too. Again, about 30 seconds, and then we'll switch legs. And the same thing. So as you go through this routine, once you get to the end or after each stretch, if you feel better for the stretch, then go back and do it another 1 or 2 times on each side. 30 seconds is a good amount, but it might not be enough to really get deep into the tissue and lead to long-term that change in that tissue composition. So we want to give our muscles lots of time to relax. All right, and the very last stretch we're going to do is a seated spinal twist, but of course you can do this from lying down as well by coming and crossing the leg over. I find with a seated one though, we can get a bit of a better stretch into the hip and glute area. So one knee is bent, foot crosses over, sitting up really tall. You can even be against a wall if you need to. And then if the elbow loops around, you can twist by pressing your elbow into the knee and twisting. But I find wrapping my arm or hand, whatever you can grab around this leg and pulling it in towards me as I twist. It's a little bit easier to sit up tall this way, and I'm also getting a really nice stretch through the side of my hip, that piriformis muscle, as I pull my knee in towards my chest while I twist. So gaze only comes as far back as is comfortable. 30 seconds, and then we'll gently release. And of course the other side, so same thing. That hand behind is used as a kickstand to help me stand tall. Grabbing that knee and twisting. Gaze again is just gently coming over the shoulder. I'm not forcing the gaze behind me at all. Core is working still to keep the spine long. About 30 seconds. And then coming back. And like the other ones, going through that another couple times if you found that it was helpful. So I hope that these 5 stretches bring you some relief if you're dealing with piriformis syndrome. As always, check out exercisesforinjuries.com. So many free resources there for you guys. Search bar, you can type in any questions or topics that you've got some interest in finding more about. As well as our Facebook page, Healing Through Movement, where we do live Facebook videos with topics like this for you guys. So thank you for watching. Leave me a comment, let me know if this was helpful, and we'll see you next time. Bye.